What up, YouTube? CliffBeats, no script, off the rip. You know you're getting old when you lift your head like this and you start getting dizzy. I don't know if I wobbled there or not, but I felt like I was going down. We got Bert Kreischer, flying dildos. This was my most liked comment on my last Bert reaction that I did. That was the machine. So whatever you guys want me to check out, comment down below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Do me a favor, go to Bert's channel, throw him a like. Please go subscribe. That's the most important part. This is on Comedy Central, so it's going to get copyright restricted, striked, whatever the fuck happens. I don't know. We'll find out, but this is not happening uncensored. Let's go. Hit the red button. Show love across the board. Go to Bert's channel. Throw him a like. Go to Comedy Central. Throw them a like. It's all love, baby. I hope you have a wonderful 4th of July. Take care of yourselves, and if you need me, reach out. What else is there? I don't fucking know. Let's go. Hit the red button. Fasten your seatbelt. We'll go for a ride. It's flying dildos time.
Shitting me? They kept her in a fucking closet? Are you shitting me? They're like, yeah, the Nazis were looking for her. I go, the fucking Nazis were looking for her? How did they not put this in the movie? How did the Nazis not find her?
I have no idea what he's talking about right now. Okay, so this is just an introduction. I'm gonna get to the what the fuck is happening?
One of my best friends, the host of the Bertcast podcast. Please give it up for Mr. Bert Kreischer, everybody.
Yeah, I am the machine.
Machine.
I'm nursing one of the worst hangovers I've ever had in my fucking life right now. So cheers to Ari, to Comedy Central.
Hair of the dog, baby.
I don't read a lot. I'm not.
This is peak male physique. Do not get it confused.
I'm smart, but I'm not I'm not good with facts and stuff. Like, I was talking to someone the other day and I realized I'd always thought Anne Frank and Helen Keller were the same person. Like, well into my 20s. Do you know where I found out? At the Anne Frank house. Do you have any idea what I went, okay.
This is fucked up and I haven't even gotten into the story.
I backpacked through Europe when I was 22 with these 4 guys. 3 are lawyers, so I can't say their names. The other one's named Weicho. And these guys were just fucking nerds. The whole time we were backpacking, they're like, do you want to go to the Louvre? Do you want to see David? We should take a class and learn about how they cut diamonds so when we get engaged, we could have, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? We're here to bang Swedish chicks, that's it. Like, are you out of your minds? And then one day they're like, hey, do you want to go to the Anne Frank house? And I lit up. I was like, fuck yes. And they're like, wow, you seem really excited. And I was like, no, we'll get a bag of weed and we'll laugh our dicks off. And they're like, really? I go, yeah, I've been hearing jokes about this girl my whole life.
Thinking about Helen Keller. Oh my God, no.
We get high, put a plunger in the toilet. And they're like, what? I go, do you get to go into the house? And they're like, yeah, you can go see the closet they kept her in. I go, they kept her in a fucking closet? Are you shitting me? They're like, yeah, the Nazis were looking for her. I go, the fucking Nazis were looking for her? How did they not put this in the movie? How did the Nazis not find her? So I get excited. I get a bag of weed, and I'm like,
I'm going to hell for this one, guys. How did you request this shit?
I can't wait to go to the Anne Frank house. I'm like beaming. I'm so pumped up. On our walk to the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam, we passed by a sign that says, live sex, live sex, live sex, flying dildos. And I'm like, all right, suck a silent dick, Anne Frank. We're going to see flying dildos. What are you gonna pick? Culture or the Anne Frank house? I'm going with culture. So I get us tickets. We all go in. Has anyone ever been to a live sex show?
One guy said, yeah.
We all go in. Has anyone ever been to a live sex show? One guy in the back. Perfect. It's aggressive. It's a lot creepier than you'd ever think. See, here's the problem with a live sex show. Every show you go to elicits a response. When you come to this show, you know to laugh. When you go to see music, you get inspired. But when you go to a live sex show, the only response is to creep people out. Just like, oh, maybe I'll get hard. So we go in, we sit down, it's as intimate as this, and we light a joint, get to know some of the other fellas, like-minded gentlemen. First woman comes up, no fanfare, no intro music, not even that hot, she's like a sex show 6.
Sex show 6.
Comes up, she definitely has another job, like trust me. It's this intimate. It needs to be, we are this close, and she just starts oil rigging herself. Just, now, listen, I'm not big into foreplay, but total lack of foreplay looks a lot like assault, okay? And she is going to town, and we're making the same look, just, which she confuses for, I guess they can't see, and just goes back to performing her gynecological exam on herself. Now, I have a problem with silence, so I immediately start talking to her. And I'm like, do you speak English? She's like, no. I was like, fuck. You're doing a really good job. I was like, oh, thank you. And I go, do you do flying dildos? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, great. 5 minutes she does this. 5 minutes just goes to town on herself. Just, it gets aggressive. By the end, we're like now we're learning shit about the woman's anatomy. We're like, oh, that's her urethra, I think. That's amazing. She gets done, we give her a golf clap. 2 girls come on stage, and now if this girl was all song, no dance, these girls were all dance, no song. A lot of foreplay. You can't walk backwards in a story. Like, I had to stop and go, ladies, we just watched a woman fist herself. Like, let's cut to the pink meat, okay? Like, they're like making out, and now I'm the spokesman. Someone's like, can you get them to hurry it up? And I'm like, sure. I go, do you guys do flying dildos? And they're like, no. I was like, okay, next. And they're like, huh? And we're like, we're good. We've seen what you have to offer. They leave. Then a guy and a girl come out. Now, this is where it gets creepy. I'm not a huge feminist, but I believe in women's rights, okay? And this guy just starts doing crowd work. He's not even incorporating her in. It's like an improv team where she sits off to the side like fucking one of Jeff Dunham's dummies, just...
That was a shot at Jeff Dunham, but Jeff Dunham, he has the fucking puppets.
The side like fucking one of Jeff Dunham's dummies, just... And he's like, oh, you guys... by the way, this is exactly what it feels like. I want you to feel it. You guys ready to see me fuck, huh? You want to see me fuck this shit, man? I fuck it good. It's creeping me out, and it's assaulting my morals. And I lean over to my friends, and I go, we should have just gone to the Anne Frank house. Which pisses this guy off. He goes, oh, don't bring up Anne Frank in this room, man. And I go, well, I fucking wish I was Anne Frank right now so I didn't have to see this. And then he starts arguing with me, but he's arguing with me and getting his dick hard. Like it's such an, like he's like pulling it going, oh man, don't worry, it gets big. I'm like, not on my watch, it doesn't. And I start heckling his dick. I'm like, think about your mom. And he's like, hey, fuck you, buddy. I go, do you have any sisters? He's like, hey, not now, man, not now. I go, we should just go to Anne Frank. And he's like, fuck you, and he storms off. And now the lunatics are running the asylum, and I'm their fucking leader. I'm like their Rosa Tubbsman, not fucking Rosa Tubbsman.
He's horrible with names, Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks.
God damn it. By the way, I am neither Rosa Parks or Harriet Tubman. Right. I don't know. Right now in heaven, Rosa Parks, Harriet Tubman, Helen Keller, and Anne Frank are going, what the fuck is this guy doing to our names? Helen Keller's like, so,
I'm saying a prayer for myself for watching this shit.
They're Rosa Thompson. I'm leading the show. Fucking. If you didn't think I was stupid when I started this story, I'm leading the charge. And I'm fucking pulling out old high school chants like, we put our hands up high, our feet down low. We want flying dildos, fly. Hey dildos, fly. Hey dildos, hey fellas, yeah. Hey fellas, yeah. We want, yeah, flying dildos.
Losing a cheerleader?
They send out some girl to calm us down and we boo her off stage. We're like, get the fuck out, bitch. We only want flying dildos. You heard us. Now, then, let's fucking kill this beer. I'm hitting it hard as fuck.
He's suffering right now, dude. It's the worst.
Woman comes out. German woman, 6 feet tall, thigh-high leather boots, biker's cap, medicine bag. Plops it on the stool and goes, gentlemen, please. Calm down. I am flying dildos. And the place goes fucking bananas. It looks like the control room in NASA when Apollo 13 landed. Like, oh, we did it! We did it! She goes, stop. I will need the one volunteer from the audience. And these assholes look at me like, you're up, numbnuts. I fucking get up on stage, and I am so excited that I've brought about change. I feel like I've accomplished something in my life. I'm literally look at my constituents like, you said you wanted change. I didn't say that, probably, but...
When did this come out? 2017, so Obama, you said you wanted change.
Like, fuck, whatever I said. I didn't say that, probably, but... I was like, fuck, whatever I said. I'm Rosa Cubsman, and...
Rosa Cubsman.
I don't even realize her putting a handcuff on me, and when the second one goes on, I go, hey, maybe we should talk about how flying dildos works. Like, I feel like I'm in the dark on this one. And she does not have, like, happy eyes look on her face. And sweeps my legs. In, like, a Karate Kid move, just... And I land hard. I land so hard I knock the wind out of myself. Now, let me tell you something about when you knock the wind, that's a real fucking noise. Just... It is so real, and real respects real. When you hear that, you're like, oh, fuck! She tears my pants off me, and my dick pops out of my boxers unprepared, gentlemen. I look at my best friend Weicho and I go, poke it back in. He's like, I will not be doing that. And then the air is removed out of the room, and I hear some guy go, fucking do it! And I'm like, what? I look up, this woman is straddling my face with a 12-inch black dildo and Excaliburs it into my mouth. Gentlemen, you have a game time decision to make. What do you do in that situation? Do you purse your lips, close your teeth, and hope to block the shot? You could lose your front canines. Or do you acquiesce and open up and let her go yard in your jaw?
Oh, no.
I chose the latter. She went 8 inches into my throat, just... Now I'm gagging, the wind's knocked out of me, my dick's popping out, I'm wiggling like the very last unicorn. And she looks at the guys and says, gentlemen, get your cameras and line up to get a picture with flying dildos. These turncoats line up like they're meeting the fucking queen. They're like, oh, I can't wait, and everyone takes a picture with me. Ah! The point of my story, the reason I told it to you,
what's the reason?
Is if you ever go to Amsterdam, just go to the Anne Frank house. Thank you.
Oh, man. Dude, I can listen to Bert's stories for hours, dude. And I firmly believe this happened. I want to see him chug the beer. Chug the beer. Chug.
a second. First of all,
It's not over, so if you guys got to go, take care of yourself. I'm watching the rest of this. Have a wonderful day. Go to Bert's channel, go to Ari's channel, throw them a like, go subscribe. You can't throw me a like, subscribe too. I want to see what they have to say with each other.
don't leave your shirt before you leave. Second of all, did you ever go to the Anne Frank house?
Oh, yeah. So, I was a little rattled after the whole Flying Dildos experience, and but all the guys in the room thought I was the greatest guy ever. It was like killing in a comedy club, and I could walk out, and it's 3 football players from UCF, 3 French Canadians, a dude from Tennessee, and a guy from Australia, and my 4 friends, and they're like, we would do anything with you. And I was like, well, I could use some cheering up. Let's go to the Anne Frank house. so
That's a good friend. We'll help do anything for you.
So I
It's not a cheering up plan of place.
it gets so much worse. So we get high as giraffe pussy and going to the Anne Frank house, and all I'm doing the whole time is telling Helen Keller jokes. I'm like leaning up to him going like, you know she had a dog, right? And they're like, really? How do you know so much about Anne Frank? I'm like, he ran away. And they're like, he ran away? I was like, well, you would too if your name was... We go into the kitchen, and I'm like, oh, here's where she burned her fingers. And they're like, what? Yeah, she tried to read her waffle iron. And this lady in front of us...
She tried to read her waffle iron braille. Ari couldn't hold back. I know them from Joe Rogan's podcast.
And this lady in front of us... and mind you, I'm high as fuck. This lady...
No one's gonna tell you, like, that's not the right person.
Lady turns around and goes, are you making Helen Keller jokes? Ari, I realized at that moment that we're not in Helen Keller's house. That we're in the Anne Frank house, and I don't know who the fuck she is. And these guys see it in my eyes, and 12 dudes fall apart as high as fuck in a Holocaust museum. And that is the best laugh you can have, is when you're not supposed to laugh, when you're like, good. And I'm putting all the pieces together like, oh, I think I was thinking of Ann Sullivan.
Oh, man.
Shit. Oh, yeah, this is the wrong way. I go, what happened to this girl? And they're like,
She didn't invent Braille.
I love when his voice gets high.
oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right.
That's so dope, man. He's just like genuinely, like, he's not like, I don't know his writing style. I'm not familiar with Bert too well, but it just seems like he's just telling his life stories. They're just funny as fuck. Man, I need to watch more. What's next, guys? You comment down below. You let me know. I cry at the end of all these. What is going on in my eyes? Hold on. Yeah. I'm crying, dude. That's so good. Wrong screen. Do me a favor, go to their pages, throw them a like, please go subscribe. Guys, have a wonderful weekend. Please stay safe. I love you. Well, I guess it's the 4th of July, and now the weekend's almost over. Just go all out today, man. Fireworks, the whole shebang, whatever the case may be. Just have a wonderful day. Please stay safe. I love you guys. Thanks for watching with me. Flying Dildo. I expected, I don't know what I expected out of that title. Not the story that happened, though. That's fucked up, man. That's why I'm like very cautious about like going like anywhere, like Amsterdam and shit like that. Like, I'd end up in a situation like that, man. Nah, I wouldn't take over the room and end up on stage. No, that's not my style. I'm the guy in the back. I wouldn't even be there. I don't even know what I'm saying. Fuck it. I'm out of here. Guys, take care. I love you. If you need me, do not forget my Instagram's linked in the description down below. If you suffer from anxiety, depression, panic attacks, anything else like that, you could always reach out to me. I'm always here for you guys. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you or these amazing artists. Yeah, man. And don't get it confused, dude. Stand-up comics, man. They got to work their ass off. They are artists, and what they do is... it's poetry. You know what I'm saying? It's very similar to music, you know? Even the writing, wordplay, everything, metaphors, similes, everything. It's just a different form of expression. It's another way. You know, I break down bars on this channel. That's what I do. I'm a writer for hip hop. Well, a lot of, not just hip hop, a lot of different genres, but mainly hip hop. And it's very similar. I'm noticing that as I'm listening, I'm hearing like the way they're phrasing certain things, and like they have like callbacks and stuff like that. It's very similar to like, you know, people writing down verses. It's structured. You know, I really like it a lot. And then some people aren't structured. You know, like Bert at the end was like, "That's it." Like he's just telling me this story, and I love that. That's like that raw, authentic shit, like authenticity. But I keep talking. I love you. Take care. Follow me to the next one. Let me know what it is. Comment down below. Subscribe. CliffBeats out.